Now we're here to talk about Galactic Force. So, hey everybody, it's me Zio, and it's a Friday. I just want to come. Sorry, my computer. But let's get to the what's today is all about, because today is Friday, and I'm here to talk about Galactic Force. In the descriptions, it's all about the auditions. Gotta follow the rules, go to the page, follow the rules, go to the page, follow the rules. Yes, you gotta follow the rules. One, you gotta live in New York. Now, let's get to that part. Let's explain every single rule. Living, now, because the age is from 18 to 30, so 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 to 30. You're good. But the other stuff, like living, because if you live in Texas, you live in Miami, you live in New Jersey, Detroit, Chicago, California, New Mexico, Washington D.C., Mississippi, Tennessee, Miami. I am not gonna go over there, because what about the people in New York? What about these people? I have a friend of mine who's gonna be the Purple Ranger, because that's his favorite color. But yeah, he's gonna be purple, and that's cool, because we discussed about the story, and we got everything we need. Well, we're still working on the costume designs and stuff like that for the Dark Rangers. I'll get to that soon, because I'm gonna do a little story time, and that's gonna be the story origins of why it's called Galactic Force. Now, size fit can be too heavy. If you are, don't get mad at me. See? Don't get mad at me. Lose some weight. But when it comes to fighting and acting, yes, you gotta know martial arts, Muay Thai, kickboxing. I don't know any other fighting style. But if you know any other fighting style, that's great. But I'm not saying you have to know karate and what. Just know how to fight. But I'm not saying like street fighting. Like, yo, I learned from the streets. No, man, I mean, like actually learn some fighting moves, like Bruce Lee fighting style or something like that. That's what I need to see. I need to see a demo reel of your acting. Well, acting. And then I need to see the other one, your fighting style, because those are the two that I need. Because if you know how to act and you know how to fight, you're good. You're good. But let's get to the other stuff, like camera work. If you know how to use a camera, you're in. But like I said, you gotta be in New York. I'm sorry. But if you don't live in New York, you could do some voice acting for some stuff. You know what I mean? Now, cameraman. I'm talking to you, cameraman. You gotta know Sony Vegas and Adobe After Effects. If you do know some other editing programs, great. But on the other side of that, you also have to know some other things. Like, I'm being serious, because it's really important for you to know these stuff, because when it comes to the web series, like, it's gonna be important to do all the special effects and have the special effects have smoke effect, lighting effect, or whatever effect, that like electricity, fire, water, earth. So that's for the camera people, if you know any camera skills. Now, let's get to the origins and why it's called Galactic Force. Now, if you go to the description below, there's also the links to the page. The links to the page will take you there so you can see what Galactic Force is all about. Yes. You want to see what it's all about? Go to the page. Now that you went to the page, we're ready to start the origins. There were supposed to be eight good, 8 dark. Good, 8 dark, 8. Now add them together, that's 16. All together, it's 16. Now it's going down. The number is going down. Now, dark side has 8, the light side has 5. Now, the light side has 5, and it comes from Mystic Force. Now, the Power Rangers are sci-fi. The theme is sci-fi. It's going to be not like Mega Force. It's more like a dark tone, because I want to, for the adults, people who've been watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the past, this is for you. I would like to go for the little kids, but I want to go for the older group, because I know the older group want a darker tone Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series, or so I know there's MMPR, and it looks like a dark tone, and it looks really good, but it's taking their time. Why are they taking their time? I'll explain that later, because we're taking I want to take my time too. I don't want to rush on a good web series called Power Rangers Galactic Force. Now, it's a police Power Ranger series, kind of like SPD, with elements. That's why it's called Galactic Force. Now, if you go into the links below, go into the description, and you can type in Mystic Force, and you can match up the elements: fire, water, earth, lightning, and wind. Now, Samurai has 2 elements that can be the same: the forest and earth. What did that mean? Green? Really? That can mean the same thing? But most people want to separate them and make them different. So today, the origins is about Galactic Force. Now, the Galactic Force origin there's 5 Rangers. Well, there was 8 actually in total. They are the warriors, the elemental warriors. Remember that? The elemental warriors. There were 7 of them, but you don't see the other 3. Well, I keep saying 7. They're 8. My bad. You don't see the other 3. You only see 5. Red, blue, green, yellow, and pink. 5. Now, since there's like 5 of them in this series, sorry if I'm jumping around. I'm trying not to say and but, so I guess my jumping around helps a lot. So, the thing about that, I'm trying to cut the ums and the but out. Gotta make my videos clean without no ums and buts. Yeah, there's 5. There's supposed to be 8 on the good side, but it starts off with 5. And I'll get to that point why the other 3 are not there yet. So, they're fighting. This is the final battle. Let me just call him Lord Zed. I don't even know what to call him. So, Lord Zed, or whatever, has the ability to disguise himself as anything. He can be your boss at your job. He could be your teacher. He could be your friend. He could be whatever. He looks like a human, but you don't even know that he's Lord Zed behind that mask or skin or whatever. So, the thing that the thing that happened in the series was that there was a big battle, because he was like, I'm getting tired of the Power Rangers keep winning. So he created he created a strong. He took his time to create this strong, powerful monster. He whooped the Rangers' butt. The first thing that the Power Rangers lost, they were called Elemental Warriors. Now they're not called Elemental Warriors anymore. They're just Warrior Rangers. One of the Rangers knew. One, not the red, just one. One Ranger knew that they had no element anymore, because I can give you an example. This is not really an element, but it's a gym. Red Ranger from Dino Thunder had the power of speed. Blue had the power of shield. Yellow Ranger had the power of using her voice like a wave, sound wave. Yeah, sound wave. Then Tommy Oliver, Dr. O, had the power of visibility. But to me, it seemed like Dr. O and Trent had the same ability. But you kind of get my drift, because I know most of you guys might be thinking, like, how would the element just fall out of their costume or their suit? Hey, Dino Thunder, they had it in their hand first episode, and it fell out. So I know this might be weird, like, they were in their suits. So how would the thing fall out? Oh, trust me, it fall out. So after that was gone, they were just warriors, no elements, just warriors. They still have elements, but it's small. When I mean small, like, it's inside their body, but it's like it's not powerful enough to use. So they keep going and fighting till they gave up. They power down. No, the suits power down for them. And so Lord Zed's like, just give me your morphers. There's nothing you can do. So they gave up the morphers and they used their hands. Like, when I mean hands, like Legend of Korra and Avatar The Last Airbender. Those kind of elements, like fire, water, wind, stuff like that. But they use their hands. But for water, I know you would need like water, like the river, the ocean, to use water. Because water's not going to come out from your hand. And, well, that's part of the origins. That's what happened. So they gave it up. And it's not like they just gave it up. They fought. Like, they fought so hard to keep it. But they're so weak. Lord Zed was not going to use them as Dark Rangers. He knew Dark Rangers. Because they were... Because they purified with the goodness of heart. So it's like, even though he turns their more for evil and give it back to them, it's not going to make them evil. Because, it won't work without the other half. The other half is their element side. That's why he can't give it to them. Because he has to give it to a new person that would be connected to the dark side. But when I mean connected to the dark side, it's like it has to be fresh. Like, if like me, I have no element. So if Lord Zed give me a morpher, I'll become the Red Ranger, but I'll become the Dark Red Ranger because number one, the other half of the crystal is grown. So that means I won't be using fire. I'll be using red warrior dark power. So I have the morpher in my hand. Boom. I'm the Dark Red Ranger. I'm not saying I am in the web series, but that's just an example because he's looking for somebody who's not related to the element side. If somebody is related, then it means they can't use the dark morpher because they need the other half. That's why. So there's a battlefield. Now, a battlefield is not like wrestling. Now, like WWE, and the difference between the battlefield and this one is like in WWE, that's a wrestling ring that, you pay, you get a ticket, you go there, you see your favorite, like John Cena versus The Rock. That kind of thing. Because that's a place you can go and see them wrestle. But for them, their final battle, it's not like a place that they go every time. Like, hey, let's leave the mall so people can shop and let's go to the woods and fight. Like, oh, the woods is their battlefield. No, it's like it's a place. It's not like, well, it's just a random place. I can't tell you what it is. It's just because there's a guy who becomes the Red Ranger. Now, this idea I'm going to explain to you comes from Armor Hero. Armor Hero TX is the second series. I love the second series. Armor Hero TX is much, 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 much better. Yeah. The first one uses like elements, same thing like fire, water. But the last character, there's 5 of them, but the last one doesn't use like lightning or wind. He uses like gold. Can you use a different element? You could use lightning. Because there's fire, there's water. No, there's fire, there's wind, there's water, there's earth. See, there's like four that uses original elements. Then the last one uses gold. But it was weird. But then they made the second series only had 3 characters. Yeah, 3 heroes. But it's all about descendants. That's where it came from. The descendants. So the reason why this new guy who found the five element crystals, the reason why he becomes the Red Ranger, the Red Fire Red Ranger, and this guy is I know most of the time when you watch Power Rangers, usually like Saban. Now I don't know if Saban does this or if this is a Sentai thing that most Blue Ranger has to be a nerdy guy that knows computer technology. No, this one is different. This guy loves sci-fi. He had created his own Power Ranger team called Galactic Force. Yes, he became the Red Ranger. Why? Because descendants means it doesn't have to come from your parents. It doesn't have to come from your grandparents. It just has to be from your, like, something that's connected, like a timeline connection. Because there has to be a connection between, like, the power. So it's like, if I'm fire, but it doesn't come from my mom, doesn't come from my dad, doesn't come from my grandparents or my uncle. So how am I fire? Because It's like my ancestors probably. Somebody can probably explain the descendants and put it in the comments below what descendants mean, because I might be wrong when I say the word descendants. So the other thing that's in the origins. Sorry for saying and but I need to pinch myself or something so I won't say those words. So let's get to the other stuff. Now he creates a Galactic Force and he creates an AI. Now we can say her name. It's a she, so we can call her Cortana, Alpha 5, or we can say Alpha 6. I don't know which one. You could pick Alpha 6, Alpha 5, or Cortana. So in the series, he created an AI and he did two things. He became a messenger. Now I don't know what his name's gonna be, but he is the Red Ranger. Kind of like Bruce Wayne. Now, I know Bruce Wayne was rich with money and he wanted to save the world. Well, he's kind of rich with money, but he likes to save the world by himself because he's more of a loner, doesn't like to do things with a team. So, what happened? Oh, his AI, Cortana, Alpha, she told him that you need a team because, like, you have 4 crystals just sitting there. What are you going to do? Make a team. So that's why he became a messenger. And I know I said there's 2 things that he did. One, he was a messenger. The second one, he did a diary just like Dino Thunder. Dr. O made a diary to explain every single Power Ranger to Dino Thunder. Well, he made a diary to explain about the crystals. Now, this is what Cortana did. She cut the diary in half. What I mean is, like, when the Rangers watch the diary, and when they watch the actual thing, and this is actually what happened in the series. So, but I can't give you word for word, like, this is part of the script, this is what they said. No. Because I don't know what they say. Because we don't have a script yet. But this is actually what happens in the series. But, sorry for saying but, it does happen. It's not the first episode. So, don't think that everything that I'm saying, like this Origins, is the first episode. It might be the 10th episode. This might be the 20th episode. We don't know when the Origin is going to show. We don't know. I still got to think. No, this is actually what it is, but I don't know where to put the Origins in the web series. Now, since it's a sci-fi Power Rangers series, the Red Ranger created a Power Ranger group. He created a team called Galactic Force using the crystals, and the theme, the idea, comes from SPD, because SPD is a police Power Ranger series, and that's what he used. Well, now when it comes to time zone, so we can correspond, we're in the same time zone as all the other Power Ranger series. There's one Power Ranger series 1 that doesn't have any time zone connection. That is RPM. RPM is the only Power Ranger series that the time zone is totally different from any other Power Ranger series. Because if you watch Class of Red, you see Scott from RPM, and then you see Jaden from Samurai. Well, in that series, it kind of explains, like, the Ranger, like, in 2 different, dimensions and stuff like that. But sorry for saying but, yeah, so a good example that has the same time zone was Ninja Storm was a guest in Dino Thunder. But there was other Power Ranger series way before Ninja Storm and Dino Thunder that did that. So they had the same time zone. For us, we are in the same time zone as SPD. Because, SPD is in the future, and we're also in the future too. Well, yeah, we are in the future. There was 2 more Rangers added into SPD. You have Omega, and then you had Nova. They're from the same time zone. As you understand that they are further in the future. So it's like, do we correspond with Omega and Nova? No. we're further in the future. But I don't know. Maybe we're like behind, or I don't know. I haven't really thought about it because I want to be like further away from their time, but still in the same connection. You know what I mean by that? Like when I mean connection wise, I kind of mean like we're in the same timeline, I guess. So, you need to stop saying Now you understand about the whole timeline where we are, where we stand. But I know we're doing me and most of my friends who live in New York wants to do this Power Rangers series called Galactic Force. There'd be a cool thing if we were to work together with MMPR. They were making a fan film, and I know everybody. Now let's get to why MMPR is taking so long. Well, I know most of you guys would love to see MMPR's fan film, but I need to stop saying but. They changed it. They changed it from just being MMPR fan film, and I guess it's a series now. On the other note about that, they are doing a series, but it's a fan film, but it's a series. But I keep saying but. Jeez, I would like for us to collaborate. You know, like maybe we are a guest on their show for one episode, maybe or two, and they are a guest on our show, or I mean on our web series. I keep saying show. It's a web series. But it'd be kind of cool if they were a guest on ours and we were a guest on theirs. You know, collaborate, do something. MMPR, Galactic Force. Yeah. Now you understand the whole thing about the origins. Now let me finish the origins. Now you know the Red Ranger becomes the messenger and he makes a diary. Why does Cortana or Alpha 6 or 5 cuts the diary in half? There's more to know about the other half of the diary. But the other half of the diary is, you will watch that later in the series. Because the first half of the diary is all about who is your villain, or who is your enemy, and why you need to join as a team. That's the first part of the diary. That's why they need to see that first. Well, when he became a messenger, he was looking for 4 Rangers. Blue, green, yellow, and pink. Now, if a stranger comes up to you and use a tablet, like a Galaxy tablet, an iPad, one of those kind of tablets, and just says, and he's showing you the news, he's showing you the villains, he's showing you his battle scenes that he's been fighting. Now, he shows you and gives you a muffer. Would you take it? Now, for me, I would think about it. Because this web series, like I said, is a dark tone web series. So even though it's a dark tone, it's a dark tone. So it's about their life without the suit. So without their suits, you see them go through struggles. With the suit, they don't care anymore. They just heroes. Yeah, because without the suit, they have a lot of struggles in their lives. So you see like, dang, they're going through hardship. They're going through a rough time. Because that you can see them without their suits. But when they put on their suits, they always go through a lot of they try to block out their the hardship stuff and focus on the battle. So they put all their anger into the fights. They always do that. Most of the Rangers do that. Most. I can't tell you which one that does that. Or they can't tell you the colors. So, there's the Dark Rangers and there's Light Rangers. Now, they do switch. There's a couple. Now, there's a few of the Dark Rangers that goes on the good side. And there's a few good Rangers that go to the bad side. Why? Now, the good Rangers, what mess up their brain is the government. Because they know that they have to fight the villains. And the government hates them. Now, the government doesn't hate the Power Rangers. It also hates the Dark Rangers. Because the government don't care. Because it's like, I know most people can tell the difference between the costumes. Like, the costumes are too different. No, the government do not care who you are. Really, it doesn't care. So it'd be like, Well, let me make a video, post it on YouTube, let me post it on Vine, and tell the whole world that we are the good people. Really? You make a video about that? You think the government's gonna care? No, the government don't care who you are because it's still gonna kill you. Oh yeah, they'll bring a SWAT team with an AK-47 or a rocket launcher or something, and they will shoot you. Yeah, they don't like I'm a good ranger. No, the government doesn't care. That's just for the good side. That's why the good side, most of them just went evil because like they try to get the government, they try to get and another thing that messes up their brain. One is the government, and two is the civilians because they try to help the civilians. They try to join up with the government or the police force, but they just don't like them. Now the Dark Rangers don't care about anything. They want to destroy, destroy, destroy. That's their thing. But you heard that, but that was bad. The reason why the Dark Rangers go on the good side or on the good side, I guess, is because, they want to help. They want to protect. That's why. Their hearts change. Instead of being evil, they become good. Yeah, that's part of the origins. But that's like super far down in the series. Like when people start switching sides, that's so far in the series. That's probably like episode 35. That's probably like episode 29. I don't, I don't know, because it happens in this series that the Rangers just switch sides for some weird, odd reasons. But you get the reason why. Like you get the reason why because they watch the news a lot. The good and the Dark Rangers watch the news a lot, and the good Rangers always try to help the civilians. So you can see why most of them think about these things, and that's why their minds are getting clouded and messed up because the reasons. You get it. Well, now that the messenger has found 4 Rangers, he became a power. He made a team, but they just never stay together. They only come to fight and they walk off. And they do their own thing. Literally. Oh, there's a monster. Hey, it's the 5 of us. Even the messenger, because like I said, the messenger is the Red Ranger. So, what he did is that he's getting too old and he needs to find another person. So, if anybody watched this one show, it was really cool. Batman Beyond. That's where I got my idea from. The Batman Beyond thing was where Bruce Wayne was like, he's getting so old, he wants somebody else to take over and become Batman. Well, this is what happens. I become the Red Ranger. I don't know. Yeah, I am the Red Ranger. I don't even know if I'm going to be red. I don't even know. I don't even know. But if I do become the Red Ranger, cool. If I'm blue, yay. Green, thumbs up. So, yeah, that's what happened. He was getting too old and decided that he wanted to. So he did his messaging thing again. He uses his tablet, maybe an iPad or a Galaxy or whatever, and showed this is what you need to do. You're going to be the leader. I'm like, so think about it. But no. Let's go back to this, though. If somebody gave you a morpher and tell you you're going to be a hero, I would be scared because I'd be thinking to myself, like, somebody hands me a morpher and shows me what I need to do. Should I take it or not? Because you don't know what's going to happen in your life. Good things might happen, bad things might happen. So, I wouldn't really take. I kind of would take it if this really was real. I would kind of take it, but I would think about it first. I was like, can I have your number? Let me think about it. It's just too fast for me to just, it's a yes or no. Like, it's an urgent yes or no. Like, it's an urgent yes. Like, literally in the series. Like, this really was in the series. Like, it was an urgent yes or no. Like, you can't just think about it. You can't give a 2 weeks notice. It had to be like today, yes or no. And the thing was though, he had made a scanner device to scan the crystals, and these were the only 4 ranger he could find. And same thing with the fire crystal. He did the same thing. So he told the Red Ranger, I'm too old. I can't be doing this anymore. You gotta take over. So what happened? That's where Galactic Force was made. Like I said, because I don't know, Saban does this most of the time. Usually I think it's like green or blue, but usually he's always Blue Ranger, who's always the nerd that loves technology. Now this one is different. The Red Ranger loves sci-fi, and he was the nerdy guy who had some money, who had his own warehouse, and he made a headquarters. He built his own AI. I don't know the name. It could be Cortana or whatever. Now let's go about the 3 Rangers. The 3. Now, the 3 Rangers that are the Dark Rangers, well, remember from the beginning, they were called Elemental Warriors. Elemental Warrior had 8. 8 in total. Like 8, you get it? There were 8 in total. They were all good, but remember, they lost their element side. Now they become just dark, evil warriors. The thing was that, sorry for saying the thing was that Lord Zed, I don't know the villain's name, but he does disguise himself as a human. So he took the 3 crystals, searched everywhere. Literally, he went all around until the crystals glow, and it only glow in an orphan's home, an orphan home. Yeah. Three kids that were orphans. And he trained them. He raised them as a father. Yeah, he had to be a father figure to them, because he can't just be like, "Oh, I'm Lord Zed, and I'm your daddy." Like, you'd be like, "Ooh, who is this?" You're like maybe like 10. Yeah, actually, they were like 10, 11, 12 years old. That's the age range. But you'd be looking like, "You're my daddy?" You're like, "Lord Zed, your father?" Think about it. So he disguised himself as a human. He took them in. He did all the paperwork like you would do to raise kids from the orphan. You would have to do sign paperwork and all that. He did all that, and he raised them, trained them. Because why it was so hard to find the others, because it's rare. Those are rare Power Rangers. The 3 extra are rare. When I mean rare, it's like they're the last of the kind. Like a Pokemon card or a baseball card, something that's so rare that you keep in your house for so long, but you put it on eBay and it's gonna worth a lot of money. Same thing with these 3. Not like you put these 3 Rangers on eBay, they're worth. No, it's like they're rare. They're hard to find, these special Rangers. They're purple, white, and silver. White will be a girl. Purple will be a boy. Silver is going to be a boy. Yes. Now, on the other note, what happens in that is that they grow up and become the Dark Rangers. Now, he can make the crystal he can make them real, like a full blown dark. This is just a temporary dark crystal. Why? There is a cave that holds the real crystal, the real dark crystal, but it's barricaded by the power of light. No dark enemy can go in there. Yeah, no dark enemy can go in there. Only Power Rangers, good Power Rangers, can go into that cave. And that's where they put it, because they know that these 3 can really, because if you take the good crystal and the dark crystal and put it together, but it only goes with because there's only 3 crystals in the cave. And think about it, he has the 3 light crystals, and there's 3 dark crystals. Put those 3 crystals together, you got dark Guardian Ranger. Yes, they're actually Guardian. Purple is the Warrior Guardian. The white is the Angel Guardian, and then the silver is the Paladin Guardian. Yeah. So there's three. I know most people like Paladins, Angel, or Light, or something like that. Yeah, he's light. Yeah, the silver's the Light Guardian, Light Guardian or Paladin. Then the white one is the Angel, and it's a girl. And then the purple one is the yeah, I know the purple one is the Warrior Guardian. So yeah, if Lord Zed was to have the Dark Crystal and combine it with the Light Crystal, oh man, woo, it would have been over. There'll be pure evil forever. I mean forever, like forever, like there would be a way to reverse it, but it would take a long time. That's why the two crystals have to be separated away from each other. So, but you know what he could do? He can actually use that same crystal and use it with the warriors, and it would done the same thing. It would make the warrior crystal dark forever. But there's only 3. Where's the other rest? There's none. So now you understand about the 3 extra rangers, and now you understand about the 5 dark rangers. Now you understand about the 5 good rangers. Now did you understand the whole thing? We want to make our web series smooth and clean, just like MMPR, because MMPR is not going to rush and just go whoa, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. No, because they taking their time. Takes time. Smooth it out. Smooth. Come on, man. I mean, like, you don't want a rushed web series to just put out there on YouTube and then it'd be like, it looks bad. Now, my channel needs to be better than the way it is. I made a video like a couple weeks ago, I guess, and I tried to make it look good. I'm trying to make it look better because that video is about Galactic Force, and I'm just trying to do a audition video because the rules is in the description. Before I go, this was also in a little story time, so you know now what's in this show. Let me explain the story time. Story time about the origins was about what Galactic Force is. This gives you an idea of what it is now. And another thing, I can't give you word for word what they say, but I can give you word for word what the crystal do. I can give you word for word what the suit is. That's all I can give you word for word for, because that's all I know. I don't know what they say in the web series. All I know is what they do and what they did. Is all I know. And that is that. So before I go and sign off, I just want you guys to understand that is what the web series is all about. Now go to descriptions. In the description, I also post a link to the page. So anybody know camera work, you gotta know Adobe After Effects and Sony Vegas. Follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, sorry. But yeah, everything is there. Everything. Oh, one more thing. Is everybody excited about the new Power Ranger movie coming out? I don't know. I'm excited. So let's see what happens now with this new one. I don't even know if they're gonna do the second series where you have Adam, Aisha, and Rocky, or they're gonna do the Jason, Trini. Well, Trini's dead now, so how are they gonna do it now since she's gone? I don't know, but let's see. Because if they're gonna do the Green Rangers, the MMPR, or the White Ranger MMPR, we don't know. But that's cool. That's awesome that Lion Gates and Saban are working together to do a movie. Yay, finally. So, all of my Ranger fans who wants to see a darker tone Power Ranger web series, here. Oh, there's some other things about the Armor Hero. The ideas of this is that your Dark Rangers they're Power Rangers, but they're morphers. If anybody who watched Kamen Rider Dragon Knight that came out in 2009, I'm using some of the concept ideas for the morpher, because I don't want to just make it just. I do want to make it a Power Ranger series. I just don't want it to be, like straight. I want to do something different, something unique, something that people want to see, not something that's just done before. You know what I mean? Also, if we have if we make enough money, because all the money is coming from Kickstarter, our promotion and all that good stuff will be on Kickstarter soon. I can't tell you when. Well, when that happens, we can do Megazord scenes, because I'm thinking about cutting the Megazord scenes. And I know it might sound kind of sad because it's budgeted. Because I know I was talking to my buddy who wants to become the Purple Ranger. He was saying, "Do you know how Megazords are made?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's just people are wearing costumes and paper mache buildings. That's it." Well, it's easy to do Megazord scenes. There's one problem. We need enough money to do the Megazord scene. So I'm not Saban, who has all this big money to spend to do a web series or a TV show called Power Ranger Galactic Force. I'm doing this all me, but I'm also need your help, because when I get the Kickstarter, it's going to be in the descriptions. Everybody go to the Kickstarter and donate so you guys can help me. Please, I need the help. I'm being for real. Like, I'm not joking. I'm working. I'm doing the artwork. I'm asking around for people to make the costumes, and if somebody can make the morphers, that would be awesome. Because I need somebody to help me with the morphers. I need somebody to help me with the costume. Because there's a lot of work that needs to be done with this. So, if you want to help, go to the description below. Go to the link. It's a Facebook link that takes you to the group page. You can see everything that I post about Galactic Force. Now, when it comes to the events, because I'm going to do some auditions. Now, when it comes to auditions, you have to live in New York. If you don't live in New York, there's nothing you can do. But you have any other skills besides not living in New York? Because, like, if you can make costumes or you can make toy props, then contact me in the description below and we can go furthermore. Now, I'm going to go, but go in the descriptions and follow the rules, and we will see what we can do from there. If you have any videos of you acting, fighting, then yes, I would like to, see it, like demo reel or something, so I know you can help. Another thing, when it comes to props, like you can build morphers, you can make costumes, don't make your price too high. Hey, I'm a one-man guy. I'm not Saban again. And I'm going to say it again. I'm not Saban, who has all the money. So, all I'm going to say is, let's negotiate when it comes to props and costumes, because we got to work something out. So, I'm going to say later. Peace out, guys. Ranger out. Have fun. Go to the description below. Like this video. Share with all your friends who lives in New York. Let them know there's a Power Ranger web series called Galactic Force. Peace!